VitaPLUR here on the T side on Take Flyte's map pick, and we dive right on into it. All right, so VitaPLUR looks like they're just going to put down something quick over toward the B-bomb site. We've got the E-box already runneth over, and Wreckmeister going to have to go huge here as the VitaPLUR guys start to pour on in. Roka, that old pro, going to pick up the first kill, but Sharpie's still here. Oh, he's taking heads off too. Look at this. Look at him go. Huncho coming in from E-box to get a kill of his own, and the big thing to worry about now is Dante coming in from behind. They've got Oreos in front of them, Dante behind them, 4 players on site, all charging in to get that first kill to crack Oreos in half. And Crisp, going to be the last one here to clean up Dante. As Take Flyte, they do take that pistol round.
Dude, pretty good pistol round there. I'm not gonna lie to you, Luffy's. I had to send a work message. I was not paying attention. I was locked out. So they're great comms there. You really kept me locked in.
I was like, oh, he stopped talking. That's okay. I usually do this solo anyway. You know, I thought that I had
there, man.
No, it was more like, oh man, I have a second to like think about prediction and turn off my camera, which I did do. Like I turned off the cameras, but you can see our names are still on the screen for you.
Hey, it's because we're that beautiful, bro. They don't want to forget about just Saban and Floofy's over here.
Exactly.
VitaPLUR, they did force up. They got the Mackies. They've even got a Galil, which is fun to see on a round 2 after a loss. And this potential first engagement for them is going to have to be big because Take Flyte, they've definitely got the weaponry over them.
Yeah, I was actually expecting even more out of the buy from VitaPLUR. If you're gonna force up round number 2, 3 Mac 10s is not the force with the bomb plant that I would honestly expect. But you know, S5J getting up in close, Sharpie gonna have to back off. Takes a tick off the Molotov, so they do know that there was a player there. They've successfully done some damage, but they don't quite have enough info to go on just yet. But I mean, at the end of the day, forcing your way on to B with Mac 10s is a pretty good strategy, especially when there's only 2 players here.
Yeah, it's going to be Wreckmeister and Sharpie with a dream. And it's going to start really strong here. That is 3 down before VitaPLUR are able to find 1.
Yeah, Sharpie definitely looking sharp on that one. Wreckmeister definitely living up to the name, and Huncho going to double it up to clean things up.
Yeah, great start here from the boys. That's a very crucial second round to confirm. You really don't want to go down there to start losing that economy. So, big plays here on the side of Take Flyte. Also notable, VitaPLUR, they didn't get the bomb down. So, the money's definitely looking rough. Might see a few pistols, maybe a flash or a smoke or 2. But overall, it is slim pickings here on the side of VitaPLUR. Which also, Floofy's, in your opinion, okay, before we continue the series, VitaPLUR or VitaPLUR?
I go with VitaPLUR, typically.
Okay.
Because, like...
That's what I was thinking.
Well, so, I know that the team is, like, there to advertise a product, and... Oof.
Oh, my lord!
Dear.
Dante.
That's not good.
Sharpie almost able to get the reaggress there, but what a big play from Dante. Huncho able to even things out, though, thankfully, for Take Flyte. Now
yeah,
2 versus 2.
That's a lot of losses to take versus the pistols. Especially now,
it's
Dante.
Not an ideal situation.
Yeah, that's well, and so much money. And I guess the one thing they don't know, but the one thing that they can be kind of happy about is the bomb is pretty far away from one of the sites, and Dante doesn't have armor, and that might just be the exact reason why Panic was able to close the distance. Now, GLN, last player standing in the 1 versus 2, but Panic's got the bomb, so it should just be an easy mopping up as Take Flyte grab a 3rd round.
Yeah, I'm really fortunate there. The Panic was able to not only find that second to last player, but That was the player who had the bomb and the AR, leaving Lorenz in just an unfortunate 1v2 where he only had a P250. Great plays there on the side of Take Flight. It was a little dicey in the beginning, but they managed to close things out, and that is what is important. To note, though, Oreos, he's on the op.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had the force, we had the fail, so round number 4 is going to be the bye. See if Take Flight are up to the task here. No op on the CT side, and it is his T side Anubis, so you expect the rounds to start becoming more and more difficult. Even worse still, the money definitely not in the favor of Take Flight anymore. We mentioned the couple of losses on the force buy. So we'll see if Take Flight...
Uh-oh. The op there could be detrimental.
Yeah, I'm a little scared of this. Meanwhile, though, on the other side of things, Huncho getting caught A main.
The real worry here is that because they got that kill on the other side, Sharpie may get a little overly aggressive here. He's been playing this passively, just beautifully. But really, VitaPLUR are just baiting out, trying to get somebody to overextend, and they might finally get it, but to panic. Going to find the low player that is S5J and even things up.
Well, I like
and
what...
Ori's hoping for this. He's just waiting. He's been watching that before I started talking.
I like what Take Flight have done. VitaPLUR are trying to do the old push and pull and find an opening, and GLN might have just done so, knowing there was just the one player left on site. 3 players for Take Flight to rotate with, and they've got Dante cutting off the site, so this one might just be the saver called in early, but Crisp seems a little bit interested. Oh, Wreckmeister needs to be careful. There's too many kills about to hit the feed. It's a 1-for-1. Wreckmeister on 21 HP. This one feels like an impossible retake as Oreos fires off 1 and takes him out.
Yeah, I like this from Sharpie just playing for the exit right now, but unfortunately for him, it looks like everybody on the side of VitaPLUR are just going to exit mid where they confidently know it's safe. That's going to be a first round for them, which is big because they're on the T side, so for them, they really need to get, I'd say at a minimum, 7 to 8 rounds to be comfortable going into CT.
Yeah, I think 7 to 8 is the going rate on the T side these days.
Yeah, Anubis is brutal, chat. I think I read something, and this was a bit ago, this was a couple of months ago, but that Anubis is even more one-sided than Nuke, statistically.
Well, it's interesting because you look at the major stats, like just maps being played in the major, and Anubis I don't think was the most T-sided one the last time those were posted. It's funny, like over hundreds and hundreds of maps, sure, but just at the major, I guess the tier 1 scene has managed to figure out the secret, and I mean Oreo's getting caught there might just be the ticket here for Take Flight. Put down a couple of nades to keep them guessing, and Roka going to be the next one to fall as well.
Yeah, Sharpie getting 2 kills there is just a great way to start this round, and you got Simon shooting straight. You are going to have a good time on the map, 6-1 so far. And it really just leaves the rest of the VitaPLUR Plasma team in a very tricky situation where they're going to have to take a site more than likely a man down or even. Fortunately for them, they picked the site where they actually have the man advantage, and Wreckmeister's even backing up, so it's more than likely going to be a Take Flight retake. The real question is Sharpie going to be able to get another kill before he goes down, considering he's only got 5 HP?
This is a massive over-rotate on the Take Flight side. With the nades coming in, though, they do start to pull their forces back over, but that's a hefty amount of damage off of HEs onto Wreckmeister. The flash stopping Sharpie from getting involved, so this bomb going to be going down 5 versus 3. And the Take Flight boys, they're still pretty far away. They're going to have to make their way on over. A couple of kills, 3 fall in the way of VitaPLUR. Crisp, the only one able to get one back for Take Flight, and he's coming in from E-Box. This one not going to be easy. He does have Dante on low HP, but No kit and no nades left over on 15 HP. At this point, you might as well call the save in, and S5J gonna clean it up.
Yeah, really well played there from VitaPLUR. They had some great utility usage that really lowered the take flight players a lot before they even got onto site. And some great gunplay from them that was able to secure a second round. Some good attempts there from Crisp and the squad, but VitaPLUR looking strong so far on that 5th round. And they're most likely going to go to 6th here. But, hey, you know, never count it out. We've seen some absolute pistical shenanigans. You know, I think it's going to be interesting.
Is that a word? Pisticle?
You know, I misspoke the first time, and then I said it the second time again, and I was like, I guess it's a word now.
I kind of like it. I could totally see it. It's like, yeah, these guys have been using the Deeg well. These guys have been using the P250 and the Tech 9. They're doing pisticle shenanigans. Oh man, my captions actually tried to like make that a word for a second there, and then it was like pistol shenanigans. Like, no, I like pisticle.
Pisticle. Right,
You know, this is definitely a best of 3.
Chris,
I don't know why.
Get 1 at least. Yeah, you only put 3 maps in.
I don't know why the HUD is showing 5. That's...
Chat, I can confirm. I'm almost done with my hot dog. I
Excellent.
hope that's useful information before we go into this next buy round from Take Flight.
Well, I think chat would appreciate the useful information that Sabin is a heathen and puts ketchup on hot dogs. Take that as you will, chat, but I can't believe I invited a heathen to cast with me.
Dude, I'm not gonna... What do you put on? Mustard?
I put everything on hot dogs.
Including ketchup?
Except ketchup.
Oh, okay.
Ketchup is the only thing you don't put on hot dogs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Sculpted Donut. I feel like I'm going crazy.
Ketchup is fine if you're like 7.
Oh, 2Panic
You're a
tries
single
to get
digit.
aggressive there. You're single digit. Oreo is able to take the lead again on the side of VitaPLUR as Take Flight are down to man with Wreckmeister going down. And now VitaPLUR, they're kind of just spreading out, seeing where they can potentially take another 1v1. Bomb is rotating through spawn. I mean, it looks like from the way things are rotating that they're gonna go B. We got a few members here, Canals. Things are gonna get spicy.
Well, I mean, again, VitaPLUR are playing the push and pull of Anubis well. They push on into A, they get their pick, they wait and see if they can pull a rotate. They can't, they move over. They take a pick over on B. We end up waiting for the round to be over, and we're going to see if Crisp can hold this one off. He can't stop the bomb plant at the very least, but 2 versus 3, this one's starting to feel likely. Crisp, good kill on the GLN, and Hunsho able to turn it to a 1 versus 1. He can't quite pick up the AK, and Oreo's waiting on the other side of him with the AWP. Not going to let this one go away too easily. No kit as well, and the AWP will find its day. Oreo's with a banana split.
That's a heartbreaking round there. Hunsho truly gave it his best there and almost took Oreos down. But a great clutch up there from them. VitaPLUR Plasma is going to take the lead. And Crisp with a big 3K as well. Really strong start here from them. And overall, I mean, this has been a close game so far. Looking at the scoreboard, it is definitely a close match going into this round 8. And Take Flight, they're probably feeling good because realistically, out of the remaining 5 rounds, if they can get 1 or 2, they're feeling good. They're not feeling okay, they're feeling good.
Yeah, I think getting to 5 would be fantastic, but this is not going to be the round for that. They've already lost 3 to the SMGs, even worse still.
Devil's advocate.
So, okay, the thing that Take Flight have going for them is this half is still young, right? We're in round number 8. There's still a good 5 more rounds after this one, or 4 more rounds after this one, I can count. But the SMGs getting as many kills as they have means that VitaPLUR is going to have so much extra cash. Look at this. GLN is on 5 digits. 4 players survive the round. And so VitaPLUR are going to have bank for the rest of the half, no matter what Take Flight do.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. Even if they start getting shut out, the loss bonus will eventually start to counteract whatever potential economic downfall they are seeing. Oreos still on the off, and things are looking good for VitaPLUR Plasma right now on this T side. Take Flight, though, fortunately, does have a full buy, and we are seeing Crisp on the op for the first time, which means we are about to witness some high-risk, high-reward gameplay. Panic!
What? Were there multiple nades thrown?
No, he shot him, or he started spraying through the smoke before the nade blew it up. I saw he started spraying right before. Great kill from Panic to start things off, especially because he decides to play his life and regroup with the squad. Good gameplay here.
That'll definitely set VitaPLUR on the back foot. They haven't had a man disadvantage in a few rounds now, so it'll be something a little bit new. And not only that, but they haven't done a single point of damage to Take Flight yet. Ooh, it's going to be an A hit, though. Panic. Good peek out.
Yeah, Ben looking really strong so far on this round, and Crisp, he does take the first bit of damage, but no kills on the side of VitaPLUR as the remaining 3 members, they're going to be pushing through this A main, and really it's going to come down to if Crisp gets this timing. Oh, he fortunately is actually able to escape a little bit and get a kill!
Oh,
That's
man.
so unfortunate on the side of Glorin. Huncho able here to confirm the 3rd kill that Panic would have gotten, and nice nade, but he isn't expecting the 2nd. And that's a 4th round for Take Flight. That is a big one to win. And oh my, that tech. The tech.
Oh, we're getting a replay. Oh, we're getting the replay of that nade. Okay. Boom. Just eliminated. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Super nice gameplay there. Great replay function, by the way. Shout out to Rubles. And we're going into this 10th round now.
He's actually made his Twitter unhidden, so that's at the top for you.
Drop a follow, drop a follow.
He's making moves here.
Alright, a bit of damage done to Sharpie to start things off, presumably with a nade. And with a lot of aggression here on the B site. You know, honestly, I'm not totally sure if we're going to be seeing the B push yet, because on the other side of things, we have 2 players here, A main, who are potentially going to be getting behind 2 Panic and Huncho. Really, these first engagements are going to be crucial, and it's just confusing. Where is this first engagement going to be?
Yeah, and look at how fast we are into the round. VitaPLUR. Oh, they make their way out onto A. 2 Panic was so nearly caught there.
Yeah, I really thought that there was no way Ben would win that, but great kill from him. Sharpie able to trade out Wreckmeister, which is great. Wreckmeister doing a lot of damage. Now 3v3 again, Crisp, he's going to be holding the site, and he's going to get to a more passive position, waiting for the remainder of Take Flight to rotate. Now with 3 versus 3 retake, Roka is going to take a bit of damage. Bomb still not down.
Yeah, they still have to get the bomb over to the site. The smoke does allow them to cross over from Pizza. Digits will be punched in. So we are going to get that retake situation and Take Flight. They have kits. They're just about ready to go. The smoke fades. Crisp is going to have to be on point here with the AWP. There's 2 players waiting for him over by E-Box, and he's got a very close adversary in the form of GLN on Pizza. Smoke going to be put down, but VitaPLUR haven't left. They're going to hang out. They're going to stay here. Oh, what a flick for the first. Roka with the trade onto 2 Panic. Huncho able to get down Roka, and it's just Oreos left. Can he finish this one off from E-Box? He's keeping Take Flight scared. He hits the leg, but it's not going to be enough. Crisp.
And that is so crucial. I don't know if Huncho would have been able to defuse that if there wasn't a leg onto Crisp instead of the kill. Oh my lord. Great round there from Take Flight. Huncho able to confirm the kill, and I mean, honestly, to an extent, that's just a little bit of luck there that Crisp is able to stay alive.
There's a lot of things that can be a little bit of luck in this game. The tiniest little bit of deviation of your shot, the tiniest little bit of randomness, and suddenly you've hit a leg instead of a chest, and suddenly things are looking brighter. Take Flight have found the end of VitaPLUR's bank account.
Yeah, if Take Flight can manage to take this round as well, we're potentially looking at a 7-5 here going into the T side, which would be a little devastating on the side of VitaPLUR Plasma. Take Flight, they have found their footing on this CT. Let's see if they can end as strong as they've been managing to start. Oh,
Look at the nades are going so well. All right, let's see what we've got here. The first kill gonna go the way of Crisp, S5J. Well, again, this has gone the way of a couple of rounds here. Will VitaPLUR lose the first player, and they're not quite sure where to make their next move? That's Oreos with the Mac 10 going down, and there's Take Flight are hitting kills that are untradeable for VitaPLUR because they're not roaming as a pack, and it's working out. Every single fight that it gets taken is a 1-for-0 or a 1-for-1. And in the end, Sharpie, the only one that's going to fall for Take Flight, as they take a 6th round. And they're looking to take the advantage on the CT side.
yeah, I mean, this is just a monstrous half here so far from Take Flight. Everybody's been playing pretty friggin' strong so far. And yeah, VitaPLUR Plasma, they were looking really strong, but it is starting to fall apart a little bit for them. Hopefully, on this pistol round, maybe, just maybe, they'll be able to find a glimpse of hope at the end of this to be able to tie things going into that CT. But Take Flight with a great buy and a lot of momentum. It is looking grim.
It is.
And great aggression here.
Well, VitaPLUR trying to do some pisticle shenanigans, and Roka does manage to get one, but...
Yeah, the pisticles go crazy, man, but Sharpie goes a little bit crazier with the 3K and a Huncho tapping it. Ending the half for Take Flight, 7-5. Beautiful gameplay.
So I just have a very important question. Hey, Wreckmeister, you okay, buddy?
Yo, you know what, though? This is a crazy thing, is that Take Flight's playing good if Wreckmeister's having a rough game and they're still winning, okay? Because Wreckmeister Alex, absolute fragger, okay?
Oh,
and
I know.
honestly,
I've played with him
would
before.
not be. I would, yeah. Oh, yeah. You remember that? I was hoping you didn't remember that.
Oh, I remember. It's okay. You caught me on a day I'm feeling good. Otherwise, I would have prepared a Zeus soundboard for you. Yeah. We would go back there. Oh, dear, though.
Oreo
Find
able
by
to find the
Oreo.
engagement. Yeah. And Glorence, he's going to be the next one up with the dualies, but too panic. A little too strong. Dante trying to go big, but just like that, what was looking so good for VitaPLUR has now gone in the favor of Take Flight. It's going to be Oreos and S5J on the retake as the bomb begins to go down.
That is how the pistol round goes. Sometimes your shots look like that, and sometimes they just don't. And that is Take Flight winning both of our pistol rounds on Anubis.
Dude, what a freaking shot from Crisp there. My Atlanta. Chat. Great pistol round here from Take Flight. They're definitely looking to send us to a map 2. Maybe a little early. You know, they heard that Floofies, you know, we're both old men now. Both past the ripe age of 20. So we got to go to bed early.
Yeah, I mean, granted, after this, I'm still going to be setting up. I'm going to be, you know, porting the VODs over to YouTube, going ahead and making the thumbnails. You know, I still got work to do on this stuff, but yeah.
Well, I got lucky, dude. I literally had my last thing for work come up as the map was starting, so I'm able to kind of lock in now.
That's pretty sweet.
Take Flight are locked in. Just as Take Flight are locked in.
You seem to have this one fairly locked down. It's, again, the pisticle. I'm going to keep saying that, and it's your fault. Pisticle shenanigans
It's low-key
for
kind of
VitaPLUR.
good. I might have cooked with my misspeaking.
Yeah, I think it works. Though the 5-7, it's a good start though for the 5-7 of Roka. He's getting going. He's getting heated up. He gets another one. And Take Flight now. They've got one angle of attack onto this B bomb site. They've got players waiting for them behind pillar. Glorens gets one, and that is going to leave us down to the 2 versus 3. But bomb, it has to be tossed over. Otherwise, these snapping turtles of the 5-7s will have their opportunities. It's going to be a dangerous cross, and the Deagle of Oreo is going to be the one to secure the kill, and S5J going to clean things up here for VitaPLUR. They find their 6th, and they steal away momentum from Take Flight.
Yeah, that's going to be an important round here on the side of VitaPLUR so that they can kind of keep things going and potentially keep this map 1 alive. Also, you know, a nice side from them, they didn't invest too much money into that round, so now they're really able to go heavy hitting into this round.
Yeah, that's going to be really worrying. Now we've got so much. It's how the sort of half force has started going, right? Is rather than going, all right, we're going to full force in, we want to spend down to 0. It's like, no, we can spend $500. We can spend $300. And if you lose that, fine, you full buy into the 3rd round of the half. You win it, great. Look at how much momentum you've just stolen. And now we'll see if this SMG, it should have plenty of opportunities. As Take Flight, they walk into the meat grinder.
Yeah, a meat grinder it was, my lord. There were just so many people there ready for Take Flight to rush through. And it doesn't matter how much utility you have, when you've got that many different weapons aiming at you, it is almost inevitable.
Well, we'll see if they can take this one back. It is going to be pistols one more time. Maybe B-bomb site wasn't right. You know, maybe we can do something else. Maybe activate on mid. I do like that. Smoke's getting put down, and Dante trying to get out ahead of them. This could be risky for the VitaPLUR guys. The flash going to be tossed in. Take Flight might just overwhelm on pistols alone. Dante, he's flashed up. He's only able to get to 1 before Sharpie trades him out. Now, the next to go down is Oreos. S5J does back up his team, but will fall as well. Take Flight, the pack pistols. This is the shenanigans you want to see.
Yeah, I mean, this is the exact type of stuff that miracles are made out of, chat. Absolute miracles. Great pistols so far here from Take Flight. Are they able to close it out, though? This is the question. Glorin's only on an MP9, and he's going to get taken down. The last player is spotted out, and Wreckmeister and Sharpie, they just have to play this together. They know they have the time, they have the positioning. Oh yeah, now they have the information that he is not on the bomb. Sharpie's baiting this beautifully.
Yeah. And Wreckmeister's still alive. There's a kit on Roka. Oh my goodness. Did they burn off enough time? I think they did. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Hey, a nice attempt there on the side of Roka, honestly. He made it dicey there, and he was able to take the weapons away, but Wreckmeister and Sharpie just a little too spicy with those dodges. The movement. I'm seeing a lot of movement, okay?
Sometimes you make it dicey, and sometimes you roll a natural 20. There are other times you roll a 1, but, you know, we don't like to talk about those.
Yeah, we don't talk about those ones, chat. What we are talking about is Take Flight keeping the lead and now having guns. Although Oreos with the op, this has been one of the high impact players for VitaPLUR.
Well, this is the round, right? This is that round. This is the one that you look at in the demos and you're like, all right, this is the one that we had to win. Both sides are resting on barely any money. You know, the buys are not that great. They've got AKs, there is an AWP, but you don't have the ideal number of nades coming in. You've got 2 kits if you're VitaPLUR. Oreos is a glass op.
Yeah, a lot of utility coming in now. VitaPLUR surely have a bit of an idea on what Take Flight are going to do. It is going to be generally like a 4 versus 3. As maybe only Huncho is the only Take Flight member who's not going to be here on this initial push. He's getting the bomb. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to see the onslaught from one of these teams. VitaPLUR Plasma, they have a lot of good holds, but is it going to be enough?
Well, nade's going to go in, execute to come out. First to go down is Chris, but then it's all Take Flight. Glorins, Roka, and Oreos all taken down in a matter of seconds. And now S5J and Dante forced to rotate over, but this 2 versus 4, not going to be easy for them. Take flight. They get the numbers punched in. The bomb's going to be going down, and this one looking like a save already called out by VitaPLUR.
Great plays there from the side to Take Flight. The utility was just peak. There were so many Molotovs coming towards that one player who was pillared that, I mean, really, there were just so many different things that they cleared out so quickly with the amount of players that they had and the amount of utility that they used. Sending this early to a double-digit game for Take Flight, it's looking good. Also, one other thing to note, S5J, I believe he's got like 9,700 kills on that M4.
I mean,
Are we able to spectate him real quick? Are we able to look at that statty?
The problem with the stat tracks right now is it's hard to see them unless the player inspects it. In CSGO, this was a feature that they should probably pull over, is you could see the number in the lower corner next to like your ammo. But with the HUD, I don't think you can really see that.
Well, regardless, chat, I saw it and it was a fucking lot, okay? So, anywho, Take Flight, they do take that 10th round. They've still got a great buy going into this one. And on the side of VitaPLUR, they're going to force into this as much as they can with the 2 guns that they were able to save. But it's not ideal. It's definitely slim pickings here. And Dante, he goes massive to start things off. Only 1 HP left, but he might be able to find a little bit more. Oh my goodness, Dante!
You want to talk about a hero rifle? That is a hero right there. Send me a hero. And I guess his name is Dante, because my word, Glorins does fall to 2 panic, but Wreckmeister going to get challenged from both directions. It's Oreos with the kill. And
Dante
the double
finally
up.
falls, and it was to his own teammate.
Hey, sometimes that's how it's going to go. You know, the exit wounds, you got to watch out for them.
Yeah, what a hero AK on the side of VitaPLUR Plasma. It is 2 panic now in a 1 versus 2, and with only 20 HP, really the unfortunate thing for him is that he has to hope he gets 2 pieces of good timing, and Oreo is able to get out, and honestly, Panic, he might just save. He might rotate, but it's a tough call on what you do in this situation with so little HP.
I think this is find a hiding spot and hope they don't go looking for you. Or if they do, you know, hope that they make some noise, because, yeah, 1 versus 2, no bomb. I think that's a save call any day of the week.
VitaPLUR, they finally got the memo. And they might send 1 player, but no, they're just going to make sure nobody gets this bomb. Big round here on the side of VitaPLUR Plasma, keeping things interesting on this map 1. Which, you know what, even as a biased Take Flight fan, I can't hate that.
Yeah, this one's a little bit worrying. Having your money get wrecked by the save. Oh my gosh, yeah. How can you expect that Dante to get so far out in front of everything? And and now the money going to be dumpstered for Take Flight.
Yeah, you're really hoping for another hero rifle here from Panic. They're really the only one who's, well, no, you know what? Yeah, this buy works.
Well, if it doesn't, then they're going to be in the doghouse. The loss bonus will not have stacked up just yet. Dante, ooh, getting a little curious in mid, spots the stack and decides to get on off of it. Meanwhile, gonna put down 2 through the smoke with a flash from Oreos. Take Flight only able to answer 1 back, and Oreos, he gets challenged, but he's still working perfectly well. He just around the doors, around the arch, and another headshot onto Crisp. And it's Hunsho left all alone. 1 versus 4.
Yeah, it is the Oreos show this round. My goodness, VitaPLUR Plasma playing this mid push really strong. Dante also having an incredible second half here. And really for Take Flight, they're just having a rough time trying to find their footing at the start of these rounds. Now all down to Hunsho. Is he going to be able to find this one? Oreo is able to get a 3rd on the round, and VitaPLUR Plasma, they are definitely keeping things competitive as they're looking to send this to a tied game now, more than likely, with Take Flight being on a save here.
Yeah, I don't fancy Take Flight's chances in this. I will say, though, again, with VitaPLUR, that previous round, look how many players they kept alive. Look at how much money has started to go into the bank accounts. S5J looking pretty wealthy. They've also got Glorans with some money. So, again, Take Flight in a situation where even if they can win a round, the money's not favoring them, though they'll look to overwhelm the pistol pack tactics. They work T side, they work CT side. Glorans able to get one and a second, but Roka going to be overrun. Now this B-bomb site available to the Take Flight side. 2 Panic does get picked off, but 2 versus 4. This one's a little bit dangerous. Those pistols worked out scary well.
Yeah, it's nice. They're able to get 2 kills so far. They're able to get their hands on rifles, and the bomb is down. So this is going to be an important retake here on the side of VitaPLUR. They have a lot going in their favor. Take Flight, they're going to have to play this near perfect between Wreckmeister and Sharpie. But we've definitely seen crazier clutches. The smoke is going to go down. They're going to attempt to ninja this. But I think that was the wrong decision because it's Sharpie with a 3K through the smoke.
You know, you've heard of the ninjas in pajamas, but what kind of a ninja is that Take Flight are able to spray down the smoke and leave nothing in its path?
You know, I don't know if it's a CS2 thing or what it is, but I have been witnessing a lot more crazy pistol eco rounds in NA Advanced than I normally feel like I do.
Yeah, I have to wonder, what are they putting in the pistols? It's not just Advanced. It feels like there's a lot more unpredictable rounds than there were in CSGO, just in general. I think it's a couple of things. One, I think it's people are forced to go for crazy stuff because there's just not as much time to make the comeback, right? You can't just be like, all right, we're going to just not buy pistols. We're going to survive on Glocks or USPs and just kind of, you know, hope. Like, you have to do you have to have a contingency for that.
Ooh, Roka with the XM here. This could potentially be a deadly push, but unfortunately the damage that he took from that Molotov is going to yield dividends for Crisp, which is great for Take Flight. Now at 4 versus 4, because a player does fall, we are going to see Dante take down Sharpie. And Crisp is pretty low too, so I'd say slightly so far in the favor of VitaPLUR. However, Take Flight getting some great positioning outside of the A main here. This mid push could be detrimental to the round, though, as Dante's going to get another big kill. The running the MP9, man.
Oh, yeah, this one
seriously.
hurts. Take Flight are getting chewed up. They're not having success anywhere on the map. They get 2 left alive. Oreo's going to pick off Hunsho, and Wreckmeister not going to be successful on the push. It's 10 to 11. They're trading rounds, so no one's going to be able to stack up much of a loss bonus. And this is just going to be a scary game in general. Both of these sides.
Yeah, this is a scary game indeed, man. I don't really know what to say right now. As you were saying, neither team, they're not really stacking up money. Obviously, VitaPLUR has a lot more going for them right now, but Take Flight calling a timeout, probably the right time to do it. Your money is not great. You have enough money to stack up a decent buy here and then keep buying from there. What do you want to do, though? What's the best play when you have to use 2 pistols or 3 pistols and 2 AKs?
I think Take Flight have shown what you can do with it, and that is try to really bully mid. VitaPLUR have had a couple of really strong mid strats, but once that position is open for Take Flight, they're able to do any sort of a 2-pronged attack. They can go for B, they can go for A through main, and so they need to get mid control, I think, has worked the best.
And interestingly enough, we're actually seeing a bit of a slow push here from Take Flight initially, maybe just trying to see if anybody on the side of VitaPLUR are going to peek out or to waste some of this utility. But here we are, the initial push is coming in. Sharpie's going to be good for 1 before getting taken down. A lot of damage onto VitaPLUR. Unfortunately for Take Flight, Roka is going to go big through the smoke, but Crisp is actually able to trade him out. 2 versus 2 retake here on the side of VitaPLUR. Both members on Take Flight under 10 health. Oh, under 20 health. Crisp has 19. I'll give him.
Yeah, this is a singular nade is enough to end both of these players. A bullet out of Oreo going to be enough for Huncho. And Crisp on the other side, I like the attempt at trying to defend this bomb, but honestly, getting out with that AK and Tech 9 might be even better. Oh man, so many flashes being tossed out of Oreos, and Crisp not able to go anywhere. Oreo's just going to push and overwhelm him right in the face. 11-11. You love it when the game can go either way, especially you as a manager sitting here, you know, going, hey, man, I wish my team was winning by a bigger ratio.
Hey, I mean, it's been a close game. There's definitely some rounds, sure, that Take Flight could have secured here and there, but that is the way that the game goes. And Take Flight, they're actually looking to push this probably to an overtime. They're only buying Deagles knowing that, you know, they'd rather get a better buy and push this to an OT. And who knows? I mean, we witnessed some crazy shenanigans with Deagles. Holy Christ. This is what I'm talking about. You give Take Flight a Deagle, and they take 2.
It's a good bookending on this game because I feel like, okay, Sharpie, we were talking about him in the first round, the first round of CT, and here he is at the end of the game showing us he has not stopped. He is not done until this game is over. Is it Take Flight's map pick? They're showing us why they did. And they're not going to let off the gas here. Wreckmeister, unfortunately, does fall. But you want to talk about pisticle shenanigans, as Sharpie is definitely going to be the player to talk about. Now, oh, Take Flight throwing a bunch of guns at this problem, trying to take away the saved rifles. That is going to be the op, but S5J to finish the job is going to recover it.
He's going to defuse. No! Yeah, Take Flight able to secure that round. Beautiful plays there from Simon to confirmed, at the very minimum, send this the distance of an overtime. But Take Flight probably feeling really good after that round, especially considering they saved enough and got the bomb plant. So they're able to buy into this round pretty comfortably.
Yeah, but again, this has been such a back and forth game. Oh boy, that AWP on Oreos feels just a little bit scary.
Yeah, this is an important round here for both teams. Obviously, VitaPLUR, they've been having a great second half here, keeping themselves in this series and keeping it extremely competitive. But now it is the moment where both of these teams are trying to send it either home or the distance. And Take Flight, they've been looking strong on these last few rounds. Let's see if they can do it. It's been a lot of back and forth, though. Like you mentioned, I mean, it's been a fun one to watch because it truly feels unpredictable, even when a team is dying. You know, Take Flight and VitaPLUR, respectively, have both had some pretty crazy eco rounds.
Well, and this round, you're right, for VitaPLUR, the buy does not look good, but this is the round where Take Flight can try to bite off more than they can chew, and they might have done just that. Roka gonna pick up the triple on the B-bomb site and leave it to a 2 versus 3, but interesting. Crisp has made his way all the way up into heaven, right past Dante. Dante is like, he's out of A spawn. Huncho's over in T spawn. What is even
so awkward?
I mean, if there were around for things to happen, this is what he's coming from CT.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the play on this one was with Huncho playing so fast and Crisp rotating so far, but now it is down to 22 seconds and Crisp, he has no time, he has no clue, and we're going to an overtime. And that's so unfortunate. Take Flight, they actually started the round getting 2 kills on the A site, but Roka just went insane on the B site, mowing down 3. Unfortunate.
I can see the vision there. I can see the vision from Take Flight.
The vision was there, but Roka was unfortunately there.
Roka, yes. Roka was rolling back the years, but like I can see the vision of we get the picks. This is a fake on A. We're actually going B, and then the B fell apart, and then it's a lot of, well, now what do I do?
Yeah, unfortunately, that is what it feels like. Crisp starting off huge, though, with the first kill. Oreos goes down, and Take Flight, they're actually rushing through the Sharpie's going to get traded out. Now back to a 4 versus 4, even odds here. Crisp and Wreckmeister, though, able to take down the remaining 2 members mid. And Take Flight, when they are given a good buy, they are able to go a mile, it looks like. This first round is all but secured already, as it is a 2 versus 4 retake here for VitaPLUR. Roka and Glorance coming from the CT.
Yeah, but you don't save on overtime, especially not with M4s. If you've got an AWP, maybe you save that, but Panic, you're going to realize that, yeah, they're coming in through supplies and puts down the molly to force them to spend just a little bit more time. The good news for Take Flight is they've got plenty of fire bombs. Panic, going to take out Roka. That's going to be a solid thing to have done. And Wreckmeister, you may have had a slow start to this one, but he is starting to heat up, and that's a dangerous thing for VitaPLUR.
Yeah, if you have a Wreckmeister who's feeling himself, let me tell you, chat, you're losing that game. Crisp going massive there on the start of the round, though, and overall, Take Flight heating up a little bit on this overtime. Let's see if they can keep the consistency going, and they're actually going to pause it with a tech pause. Or a tactical pause, apologies. You know, I think this isn't a bad idea. Just taking as much time as you have right now to really assess what's the move to get these T round wins. Because if you can get these T rounds, all you need is 1 CT. And your CT was pretty good.
Yeah, a 7-5 CT start, but both sides had a 7-5 CT. That's why we're stuck here in overtime. So we'll see. On one hand, yes, that's a good way to put it, is you had a very heated round, and now Take Flight, they want to take a bit of the edge off. They want to go, okay, let's keep it under control. Don't want to throw too much at the wall. They take the break.
Yeah,
again, they're looking to take over control of mid.
And he's going to have to go big here. He does start off strong. This is a lot of utility damage, and Dante, once again, is just destroying the Take Flight lineup as they try to rush through mid. My goodness, what a start here for VitaPLUR.
Dante's Inferno, that was biblical right there. 3 kills in mid. Did you see how much fire was around him? And now Gloran's going to get the opportunity to push in from Ruggs as well. Huncho, not going to be expecting that. So Crisp, this is the point where I might think about saving. You've got the op, but at the same time, you've won the first round, so you've got enough for the last round of overtime. But it does not feel like a winnable position. AWP 1 versus 4 on the T side. On the CT side, maybe. On the T side, maybe less so. And Crisp looking not quite up to his name there as he takes a few shots out of the player's mid, and now he's being trapped and just wrapped up. Gloran's going to be the one to finally put him out of his misery. Yeah, I love that we can see the X-rays, but we're getting this again because, yeah.
Why are we only getting replays of my team getting pooped on, Ruble? What the fuck?
Observing isn't observing isn't look, you can't just pick a side. You got to get when there's a good play.
I felt that. No, that was a really nice play there from Dante. Definitely deserves to be highlighted. And Oreos is going to get legged, but not taken down to start off this overtime.
Yeah, that's going to be extremely lucky that you didn't die off of that AWP. That only HP that matters is your last. It's not like a rifle where it's like, okay, I got to hide. You know, if I miss my shot on the head, I'm just dead. No, it's I take my shot, and we'll see who's alive at the end.
Indeed it is. It's going to be a B take, it looks like, here from Take Flight, as a lot of members are starting to make this canals push. Gloran goes big, able to take one down before he goes down. And this is the first engagement that's really crucial here, so that Take Flight can take the site. That flashbang's going to be big. Crisp trying to hit the no-scope. They do know that one's in the smoke.
Well, VitaPLUR have definitely arrived as this execute is a little bit labored. It's taken a little bit longer than a lot of them, but they will finally get those numbers punched in. Dante trying to get out in front of the utility. He's going to get one kill, but slapped down by Crisp. S5J able to take one right back, but Crisp here to close things out. 14-13. Take Flyte, take the advantage on their T side of overtime number 1.
An insane 4K there from Crisp to give the round to Take Flyte. My goodness, he was just everywhere Take Flyte needed him to be to get those picks. And yeah, this is a great first half there because they are inches away from securing this. VitaPLUR, on the other hand, though, they are looking strong, and now they're on the better half. It's just, are they able to convert the better half, considering the woes that they had on the first go on T side?
Shall see. They've had enough time to warm up. They've had a good amount of time to get used to their opponents. So I feel like I'm a little bit more worried going into the second T side for VitaPLUR. We'll have to see what's in store. They're starting to get interested outside of A main. This one does worry me a bit. There's only 2 players here for Take Flyte. They're both pretty up close and personal.
Yeah, but it's Crisp and 2Panic. Now,
And look at the
2Panic, he may be
utility.
having a little bit of a slow start here, but when he heats up, and we're gonna need him heat up right about now. Oh, a little too literally, Ben.
You didn't want him actually in the fire? Oh, okay. Well, you should have been more specific. Panic, he
There we
does take
go.
down 2. But the instant trade out of Dante and the double will make things awkward here for Take Flyte. They do have the wrap coming in from Sharpie. This could pay dividends. This could do so much damage. Oreos not expecting the push. Bomb still not down in this 2 versus 2. Huncho just trying to play time in heaven and bricks. They're going to push on into him. Dante going to get the kill, and Sharpie going to have to do everything. But no, it's going to be Dante with a 4K to take the first T-side round for VitaPLUR.
Yeah, Dante is just going absolutely ballistic here. I mean, I remember at one point he was pretty much even, and now about to drop 30. Going into this OT is extremely typical. Is he going to be able to continue popping off, though? Or Take Flyte going to be able to shut him down? This is what we need to see. A lot of close rounds so far in this OT, Bluefies,
One way or another, we're getting all 30 rounds here in this MR15.
All 30.
All 30. It's like we never even changed it. Oh, the timing! Whoa! That is heartbreaking. It's Dante again.
No, that's
He's just been a thorn.
Oh my goodness. It's going to be Dig on Sharpie here to shut Dante down. Dante is just playing lights out right now. Sharpie able to shut him down, fortunately, but he does get traded early by Roka. And it's a 2 versus 3 here. Huncho and Panic. They're going to have to go big so that they could guarantee at the very least this continuing. Oh,
Dante's turned on the devil trigger.
So brutal. Oh, I don't think Roka saw Panic, actually. I thought that Roka got behind Panic. Huncho goes down, though, unfortunately, and now all down to 2Panic in a 1 versus 3 where he doesn't know where anybody is, but he knows almost certainly it is the A site.
Well, given that he was sitting on B and the bomb went down, there's not a whole lot of other places for it to go. So we'll see if Take Flyte can bring us to a second overtime, because I don't think they're winning this one.
You know, I think that's a fair assessment. Panic playing more likely than not for some sort of exit and to save the op here. And yeah, the Take Flyte economy, it's not looking great. It's definitely good if they're able to save this op here, because Crisp will be able to do wonders with that. And it's just unfortunate. Crisp, he started the round by legging a player on VitaPLUR and then getting killed instantly. And I mean, that's just the type of stuff that makes or breaks rounds, unfortunately, if you're able to confirm that kill or get the leg. And sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes. Take Flyte now, trying to stay alive and push this to a double overtime.
Yeah, and they've got the op at the very least, but now they're on the CT side. VitaPLUR about to have a perfect T side to win this one. If they do, that would be painful for Take Flyte. They've battled this one back quite a lot.
Yeah,
Feel
it's
like
been a
Dante.
massive back and forth here this whole series, so I know whichever team wins is going to be very excited that they came out on top, and whichever team ends up losing is gonna feel a little bit of a sting like they could have closed it out regardless of which team.
Yeah, you would be gutted to have it go all the way to OT and just have one side that you just did not show up for. But I mean, Dante is just playing lights out. Oreos has been on point for VitaPLUR. You know, it's good to see some of the new players coming in. They've got the guidance of Roka and Glorins to work with, and clearly it seems to have done something for them because VitaPLUR are here in the... Oh, man, that could be the beginning of the end here for Take Flight. VitaPLUR making their move, pushing on in through mid. They've got the smokes down for Bricks. Dante, he's holding for the rotation. Sharpie gonna give it to him. Panic with the trade. 4 versus 3. Take Flight on the back foot. They do have Wreckmeister coming in from behind on Cam's gonna do a lot of damage here. Takes down 2. Dante, though, slaps down Panic. Glorins on 23 HP. 30 seconds remaining. They could get the bomb down here. If they do, they'll be just in time, as they do have Crisp at their backside trying to come in through A main. He's got that USP in hand. A little bit of a fake plant. Doesn't want to put the numbers in too early. Roka not expecting, but Crisp not able to hit the shot. And with the bomb down, Wreckmeister is going to have to go huge. Does get the first. Roka on 7 HP. He's going to go for the push, but nobody's there, and it's going to be the final round for VitaPLUR. Let's get that replay to see how that one went. Wreckmeister nearly got it here. Look at this. He's got the perfect timing, but it just wasn't enough. Take Flight unable to battle back on their CT side of overtime.